YouTube, it's Rico, man, back with another video, man. Gotta clap it up for Lavar Ball, man. You got the second trio of brothers to the NBA like he said he would. Of course, not because of just him, but because of their own work ethic and stuff like that. So shout out to the Ball brothers for all getting to the NBA. Yeah, man, you already know what time it is, man. Lavar Ball, you can't but respect the man and give him his credit, man, because he told everybody he was gonna get all three of those boys together in the NBA. Not together on the same team yet, but in the NBA as a whole. Like he said, they were gonna get there, and they did. LiAngelo signed to the Detroit Pistons for a 1-year contract, but it's non-guaranteed, so that means he could get cut at any point, and his money is not guaranteed money. But if he play good, he's gonna get it guaranteed by the team sometime in the season. But like I said, that's only if he does good, because we seen it with Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard signed a non-guaranteed contract for 1 year with the Lakers, and y'all see how that went, and got his money guaranteed for the rest of the year. But man, this is just crazy. With the first trio we can't forget is the Holiday brothers, cause we got Drew, Justin, and I forgot the third one. It's the third one. But two of them play on the same team, I think in Indiana. And then you got Drew that just went to the Milwaukee Bucks. And it's crazy, man. They all in the East. And what's even more crazy is two of the brothers is in the East now for the Ball brothers. And one of them is in the West, obviously, because Lonzo is on the Pelicans. And Melo, he on the Charlotte Hornets, just got drafted to them, and now LiAngelo, who just signed with Detroit. But man, this is just crazy, man. I know Lavar is happy as hell as a father. Shout out to him. He didn't get no nights off with his boys. He said he was gonna do what he told everybody, and that's what happened. The only thing that hasn't happened yet, though, is for them to all end up on the same team playing together. So that's the last thing I believe that he said that will happen. So we're going to wait and see if that actually happens in the near future. But other than that, man, let's actually get started with this video. But first, let me start the screen record. I just had to give y'all some dialogue real quick, but y'all already know what time it is, man. Let's play this video.
What if I told you there was a man so genius, so revolutionary, that he saw the future before it even happened? That through sheer willpower and confidence in his process,
it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Into a reality. What if I told you that Lavar Ball is far more than the obnoxious NBA dad that we can't seem to get rid of? What if I told you that Lavar Ball was actually the puppet master of the entire NBA, calling all of the shots to his favor? Well, maybe I made that last one up. But the fact remains, what Lavar has conjured up out of thin air, all three of his children playing professional basketball, a massively profitable business, and now going on 5 years of fame, or rather infamy, you have to admit, this man seems to be playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Every phase of this family's story appears to be the final chapter. And then you wake up the next morning to find out that the Ball family is in the news again, still surpassing expectations, and the craziest part about all of this is that Lavar called it. I mean, it's borderline prophetic the way the man seemed to predict and manifest every ounce of potential he laid out years ago for himself and his family. He said Lonzo would be drafted by the Lakers. Check. He said that LaMelo playing overseas as opposed to college ball would actually help his draft stock. And he was right. He predicted that LeBron James would come to the Lakers on national television. And that's exactly what happened just a couple weeks later. In fact, if you asked Lavar, I'm sure he'd say his presence and wise words are what brought LeBron to LA in the first place. And Lavar's most impressive prediction just became a reality when LaMelo was drafted to the Charlotte Hornets. Because as far back as he can recall, Lavar Ball has been adamant about all three of his sons playing in the NBA. Lonzo with the Pelicans, LaMelo with the Hornets, and LiAngelo with the Oklahoma City Blue. Well, whatever. Close enough. I'm trying to make a point here.
Live TV from 85 plus channels with local sports and news. YouTube TV. Try it free.
PS5 over here, folks.
But wait, rewind the tapes all the way back to draft night 2017. Keep going. Keep going. Right there. Now listen closely.
We got Lavar here, and Lavar, you already got the Lakers hat. I'm trying to tell you, I knew this was happening before it was happening. When did you get this hat made? When he was a baby. But I already knew what was coming to him. I got 2 more boys that gotta come do the same.
You can't do nothing but like, dang, like this man really did speak some of the shit that he said was gonna happen into existence for his sons, bro. Like you can't do nothing but give the man credit and clap for him, man, because he got A1 marketing and he said a lot of things that people thought wouldn't happen may happen in reality. Like, it's just crazy how they explain it, man, because he marketed these boys so damn much to the point you put expectations to them to the point where they gotta make it happen. And what happened? They made it happen. So they so far surpassed all the expectations. But as far as individual players, we still gotta see some improvement for Lonzo, LaMelo. Of course, he's new, so we gotta wait and see what he do in his first year in the NBA. We already seen what his brother did, so now it's his turn. And LiAngelo turn, man. LiAngelo got in the league too around the same time as LaMelo now. So we gotta see what they both do in their rookie seasons, cause it's crazy, bro. Cause if they play good, all three play good this year, it really ain't nothing nobody could say, man. The only thing left for them to do is, of course, get that chip. We already know Pelicans not gonna get it. Charlotte definitely not gonna get it. Detroit definitely not gonna get it. So it's gonna be some time before we actually see that possibly happen. So we just gotta wait and see on that. But so far, like dude said in the beginning, everything Lavar said pretty much happened. Just gotta wait to see if they end up on the same team and if they ever win the chip. So, God, that's the only 2 things we really gotta wait on and see.
I think 2 more years. Come see me when he does. I'll have another hat on to say I told you so. Thanks a lot, Lavar. Congrats. Thank you.
Okay, so LeVar Ball made another outlandish claim. Nothing new here. Let's all just move on.
I have another hat on to say I told you so.
I'm sick. He did it. The man actually did it. A subtle but impeccable flex of epic proportions.
And the crazy thing is, he don't forget nothing he said. That's the crazy thing. Because Lonzo got drafted, what, 2 years ago? And what'd he do? He said he was going to wear a hat. I told you so, and he sure did it.
Terribly unlikely. In fact, it's unbelievable. Can he see the future? Is he behind the curtains pulling the strings of this intricate web of basketball headlines?
Big conspiracy theory going on.
He's not. Here's the thing. If you make enough predictions about the future, eventually, some of them are going to come true. How does that old saying go? Even a broken clock is right twice a day. Well, LeVar's clock is just a tad off, and there's quite a bit of mad to this mad genius. He's made far more incorrect predictions than he has correct ones. Like when he predicted that the 2018-2019 Lakers would make the playoffs, or when he said that all of his sons would be playing for the Lakers by 2020. Then there's the time when LeVar said the Lakers wouldn't win a title if they traded Lonzo. And then the Lakers traded Lonzo.
Some things he was off about for sure.
He said that he could beat Michael Jordan one-on-one. This one hasn't happened yet, but let's all just use some common sense here.
Nah, I still got Mike winning that. Everybody know Mike was winning that.
The man had to go and double down on the madness and propose a formal one-on-one against MJ at the small price of, are you ready for this? $200 million.
With Facebook Shops, your customers can easily browse and buy on Facebook and Instagram.
I want it to...
LeVar Ball, a man who has never played a second of professional basketball in his life, wants to play the greatest player ever, but only if we all pitch in and pay $200 million. This entire scheme...
I'm sorry, but that one definitely ain't gonna happen if it's gotta come from the fans. That shit, hell no. If y'all was able to raise $200 million from just the fans alone, that's sad, because that means y'all really want to see two out of prime go head to head in basketball when y'all pretty much know Jordan probably most likely winning that, even though they old. But it is what it is. But I ain't that desperate to see a 1-on-1 if we gotta come out of pocket for that. That's definitely gonna have to happen between y'all two. Y'all gonna have to put y'all money together to make that $100 million each happen. So I don't see the fans coming up with $200 million just to see two old heads hooping it out and basically just play to play type shit. But it is what it is, though. But that will be entertaining, though. If it was to happen, that would be some entertainment to watch.
Falls under the category of insanity. But what's even more insane is the theory that some fans have created that suggests that Lavar training Melo, pushing him to become an elite basketball player, aiding him in his journey to become a lottery pick, and then strategizing to get LaMelo on the Hornets was all a ploy for Lavar to get to Michael Jordan. The last 3 years all being orchestrated precisely for Lavar to get a shot to play the GOAT one-on-one.
Who's better, LaVar or Michael Jordan?
Ain't think about no damn LaVar.
Yes, they are. Look at you. Who we talking about?
I don't know about y'all, but I would be lying if I said I wouldn't pay good money to watch these two go at it. But once again, Lavar is navigating in treacherous territory. His large claims and even larger personality have gotten himself and his sons into some tough situations. After Lonzo Ball was traded last offseason, news began to circulate that the Lakers front office and staff could not stand Lavar. At one point in Lonzo's time with the Lakers, his father's antics got so bad that the organization began to question if having Lonzo on their team was worth the trouble Lavar was putting them through. Less than 2 months into Lonzo's NBA career, the Lakers even created a LaVar Ball rule in the Staples Center in an effort to stop him from creating more headlines. Things were getting ugly real fast. And now that LaMelo is with the Hornets and has Michael Jordan running the show, I can only imagine how this could turn out if LaVar continues to attempt to take the wheel. Organizations across the league communicate often, and if the Hornets take into consideration what other teams have to say about LaVar, LaMelo might be in for a wild ride. But now that we have discussed some of LaVar's shortcomings, I want to talk about the incredible job he's done with navigating his voice to the NBA. In the history of the league, there has only been 20 sets of brothers to ever get drafted as top 30 picks. Lonzo and LaMelo Ball both being drafted higher than...
I forgot Jeff Teague brother did hoop in the NBA for a little while, but obviously I don't think he in the league no more. I ain't heard nothing about him since. Bernard King and Albert King. Brandon Rush, Kareem Rush, Marcus Morris, Markieff Morris, Dudley Bradley, Charles Bradley, Russ Lee, Ron Lee, John Paxson and Jim Paxson. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, for y'all that don't know Jim Paxson, hooper for sure for Portland. John Paxson, y'all obviously seen him with the Bulls and shit, but Jim Paxson, I think, was actually the better brother. Obviously, y'all see where both brothers got drafted at. John got drafted at 19th, and Jim got drafted at 12th. Jim Price, Mark Price, Gene Short, Purvis Short, Chuck Person, Wesley Person. Some of these guys I don't even know. I'm going to have to go look them up for sure, though. But some of these guys I definitely do know. Aaron Holiday. That's the one brother I couldn't name from the Holiday brothers. Is Aaron Holiday. Aaron Holiday and Justin Holiday, they both hoop for Indiana. And like I said, Drew hoops for now the Milwaukee Bucks. And all three of those boys are in the East together. So that's going to also be some fun to watch them compete nightly basis and stuff. But, man, I can't wait to see these three brothers, though, face each other because they all playing for different teams as well. And I want to see how they do against each other when their teams face each other in games and stuff. That's going to be some entertainment for sure.
Than any other player on this list.
I definitely think they would match up with each other too, just to see how they is in the big leagues now. And ain't no back in the and ain't no outside hooping anymore or at the crib pick up basketball no more. Y'all in the big leagues now, so I want to see how they gonna do against each other in the pro leagues and see who get the best of who. But I definitely got LaMelo up there. Lonzo, just because he the older brother, I think Lonzo gonna school on the first games they face against each other in the league. But we gonna see though. But LaMelo, I don't sleep on LaMelo, y'all. Y'all already know about LaMelo, man. LaMelo can hold his own for sure against his brothers. I think he'll actually probably give his brother a run for his money in the first game they face each other. LiAngelo, on the other hand, he's more of a catch and shooter, so I don't really see him going at it to where he dribbling, taking his brothers to the paint and all of that stuff. I just see him more as a catch and shooter type of person. So he's gonna kind of be limited against them. But both of them, of course, they can dribble, penetrate to the post, to the paint, get to the post, do whatever they got to do to get to the rim or shoot the ball, etc., etc. LiAngelo, on the other hand, he's more of a shooter to me. But we gonna see though, man. There's definitely gonna be some good games between all three of them.
The next step for both Lonzo and LaMelo is to assert themselves as elite players in the league, because being a top 3 pick comes with extremely high expectations. Working your way up the draft board is one thing, but reaching expectations of becoming a star player that comes with every top 3 pick is an entirely different milestone. And both of these brothers will have to prove their game is just as real as the hype was. And then there's LiAngelo, who gets an unwarranted amount of hate thrown at him because he isn't in the NBA. Or at least not yet, which is just ridiculous. LiAngelo is a professional basketball player. He's been signed to the G League, one of the most exclusive basketball leagues in the entire world. In fact, there are about 400 players in the entire G League. Combine that with 400 NBA players, and there are only 800 players in the entire world associated with the NBA. Angelo is one of them. That's no small feat. Do you
Really
know
ain't.
how many
That
up-and-coming
mean
players
you
were
doing
supposed to
hard
be the
work.
next big thing? The next LeBron? The next KD? An internet sensation? How often do these stories pan out? I'll give you a hint. Not often. So props to Lavar and his unorthodox leadership, because as much as he stirs the pot, gets on your very last nerve, and calls out entire organizations and star players on national television with little to no warrant, the man has a lot to be proud of. And let's face it, he isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, he
but
definitely gonna be
I've been
talking
on the
that
Ball
shit
family
for a
years
while
now,
now.
and I don't plan
This
on
is
getting off
crazy.
this
I ain't
bandwagon
gonna lie
quite
to you.
yet. Hope you all enjoyed, and as always, until next time.
Yep, and that's pretty much the end of the video, man. How y'all feeling about this, man? It's gonna be crazy, man. I can't wait to see the matchups, like I said earlier. But other than that, though, that's pretty much the end of the video. How y'all feel? Tell me down below, and what y'all think is gonna happen, and how y'all think they will do against each other in the league now. But if you're brand new, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your post notification bell so you know when we upload, and you don't want to miss out on the daily bangers. But other than that, man, I'm gonna see y'all later on. Peace.